wat hulle ons bietjie op die agtervoet gehad het. Maar buite dit dink ek was dit 'n baie gelyk op wedstryd gewees. Ons het hier en daar kansse gehad. Ook nog net voor rustyd 'n kans gehad om as ons daar kon druk, ons paar nie goeie besluite geneem nie. Dan kon ons rustyd dalk die 23-13 gedraai het. Maar ja, so ek dink dit is letterlik 5 minute in die eerste helfte waar ons bietjie op die agtervoet was. Maar ek moet sê ek is baie trots op hierdie spelers. 12 spelers wat hulle debuut gemaak het vandag. Ouens wat nog nooit op hierdie vlak gespeel het, teen spelers soos Roan Pinaar, Frans Steyn, ou soos Derek Pretorius het sy eerste wedstryd gespeel. Hy was briljant in die lynstaande gewees teen ervare slotte. Ons onervare voorhy het goed geskram. Zander Du Plessis op 10, Reinhard Jonker op 12, dis jong ouetjies wat hulle debuut in Currie beker maak. So, ons sal nooit gelukkig wees met 'n verloor nie, maar daar is verseker baie om op te bou, en die feit dat ons die tweede helfte 17-7 gewen het, is vir ons definitief om iets voor te bou vir volgende week se wedstryd.
Pieter, Jan de Koning is van Rugby 365. Maar kan ek jou asseblief vra om 'n opsomming vir ons in Engels te doen as dit te moeilik is nie?
Yes, enige tyd. Yeah, so I thought we played well in the first half, and then I think there was a period from minute 30 to minute 35 there late in the first half where we conceded a few penalties in a row at the breakdown, and that gave them 2 opportunities, 14 points just before halftime, and it obviously gave them a big lead just before halftime, and we had an opportunity before halftime where we felt we didn't take the right decisions, and maybe we left one out there, and we could have been close at the break. But after the break, I thought we really played well. Come to Bloemfontein, and the Cheetahs don't get a bonus point in their home ground where they love to attack and they play good attacking rugby. I think we can be very proud of that. And in the end, we fought till the end. And again, I thought we played really well, and I'm so happy for the 12 guys who made their debut today. They will learn a hell of a lot from this game, and playing against very experienced players, a guy like Zander Du Plessis, Reinhard Jonker, playing against guys like Frans Steyn, it's a massive experience for them, and I think they can hold their heads up high, and we're very proud of them. And also a guy like Derek Pretorius, who played his first game in Currie Cup. I mean, the Cheetahs didn't want him a few months ago, and Griquas after Varsity Cup, and Griquas snapped him up, and he dominated the lineouts today. So there's a lot of potential in this team, and we feel that if we can develop them over the next year or two, we can become a really strong team.
You touched on the youthful nature of your team in itself, and what you can build on. What are the aspects that you think you need to focus on going forward? I mean, you guys played the semi-finals last year, and I'm sure every team, that's their aspiration, is getting in the playoffs. So what are the aspects that you think you need to work on?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us is we'll always start with the set piece. I think we made a hell of a step up today in set piece with last week when we played a warm-up game here against the Cheetahs. We improved there, but at the end it's experience for us. I mean, every team goes through transitions, and I think everyone says to me that we must play in a semi-final again this year and we must win the Currie Cup because we played in a semi-final last year, and that will be our dream and will always be our dream, and it is our goal to win the Currie Cup. But only 8 players that were in the 23 today played in that semi-final in Durban last year. So it is a brand new team, and we're going through a transition, and when you have a good year like last year at Griquas, you lose a lot of players, and you have to build from scratch again, and that is what we aim to do. And we had 12 debutants, and the building has begun, but we want to win while we're building. So we're definitely not happy with the loss. If we were more clinical, we had a chance to win this game, but there's a hell of a lot to be proud of.
And Ron, finally from me, if I may ask you just to sum up the game, and then what the positives are for you.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, the guys played well. We executed the plan. We tried to put them under pressure, play more in their half, and I think at times it worked for us. We got it right, but then on turnovers, not keeping the ball, losing the ball, and and they kick the ball 60 meters downfield or 50 meters downfield, and you're back in your own half. The pressure's on you again. So I think at the end of the day, if we can sort out that technical stuff, it's not big stuff. If we can sort that out and keep the ball, and we can try to convert that into points, that would be awesome. The same on the set piece. things worked for us today. We just didn't capitalize. So if we can work on that to get that small stuff right, yeah, the scoreboard will look a bit different.
It's Stoney Morgan here. Stoney, taking last week's warm-up game and today's game, are you guys mainly satisfied with the processes and how the processes are working, especially taking into account, as Peter mentioned, 12 Griquas debutants and 8 guys that made their Currie Cup debut against a team that's been in a position where you guys were for the last couple of seasons?
Yeah, Morgan, I think at this stage, time hasn't been on our side. Like you said, there's 12 new debutants. That's no excuse. And I feel the guys actually played well and they stepped up, and they're gonna have to step out throughout the Currie Cup. So at this stage where we are, I'm proud of the guys, and I think everything we've worked on from the warm-up game to today, a big work on for us was taking time off the ball for them, putting them under pressure on attack, and that worked for us. At the end of the day, that's just where it comes through. When we have the ball, we need to keep the ball. We need to put up phases, and that way you get the penalty, or you get a line break and you score. But at the end of the day, and the pitch was wet today, but all that stuff, that's part of the game. The ball was wet for the Cheetahs too. But I think the maturity will come throughout the season, where guys mature and realize in certain phases of the game or stages where we need to keep the ball better, and certain stages we need to kick and put pressure on the opposite side. But all in all, I think the guys made a big step up from the warm-up game against the Cheetahs last week to now, and I'm looking forward for the progress going into the rest of the Currie Cup.
Okay, any more questions?
Ja, ek het also nog asseblief 'n laaste een in Afrikaans. En ek hou my Engels by die huis.
Not baie,
Ek wil
maar
julle volgende game is Woensdag, is dit daar so die haie. Ek wil julle gaan basies daar so Maandag oefen of wat eintlik. Waarvan gaan ons julle aandag ons moet nou gee, Pieter, asseblief.
Ja, maar moet ek Afrikaans vir antwoord?
Yes, please.
Okay, yes please. Ja, ek dink dit is 'n kort turnaround. Ek dink dit is moeilik om voor te berei vir die Sharks, want ons weet nie wat se span ons gaan kry nie. Ons weet hulle URC span speel volgende Saterdag, so ons weet nie of watter span hulle gaan kies Woensdag nie, en hulle het ook nie hierdie naweek gespeel nie. So dis moeilik om voor te berei vir hulle. So ek dink die belangrikste vir ons gaan wees om na onsself te kyk en te kyk die fokus wat ons wil regstel en seker maak ons execute beter Woensdag. Ek bedoel, daar's nie veel wat jy kan doen Maandag nie. Ons vlieg Dinsdagoggend 7 weer al uit Kimberley uit. So ons gaan môre gaan die ouens actually inkom op die Sondag, en dan gaan ons Maandagoggend oefen, en dan moet ons Durban toe gaan. So dit is ons plan gaan nie veel verskil van vandag nie. Ons verwag ook reënweer in Durban. Is altyd die humiditeit is altyd hoog en die bal is altyd nat. So die plan behoort nie te veel verskil nie. Ek dink die fokus gaan net op ons wees om meer klinies te wees Woensdag.
Peter, just from me quickly, sorry, I know the last question. Stoney touched on maturity, and Zander Duplessis' maturity is next level. Taking on guys like Constantine and just really looking comfortable at this higher level where he's been used to.
Yeah, look, when I started at Griquas now in October, I brought Zander in and I said to him, I want you to play 12. I'm going to make you a 12. And he said, he's never played there, but he'd like to play there. And the whole pre-season we practiced with him at 12, and he did really well. And last Friday, I think he's got all the attributes for a 12. He can kick, he can pass, he's big, he's tall, he's strong. He can tackle with the 50-22 rule that's come in, a 12 that can kick, and the way we want to play, we want a 12 who can be a distributor as well. And he had a brilliant game playing against France in a warm-up game on Friday, which is haven't played 12, and I thought France was the best player on the field on the warm-up game, and I thought Zander was the second best player on the field. So he had a brilliant game, and obviously that game gave him a lot of confidence. And when George got injured, I mean, moving him to fly-off, having that confidence from the warm-up game was an easy decision for me. And he showed today as well. I thought he had a brilliant game, and he kicked very well to poles as well. So he's got a lot of potential, and I'm looking forward to him working with him going forward.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks, Sonny.
Thank you. Almal
Thanks,
lekker.
guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Baie dankie.
Okay, thanks.
Nou kan jy gou my foto vir my neem asseblief. Kan sommer hier spoel.
O, kan jy my ook foto?
Ja, ja.
O, okay.
Ek neem mos maar van die kaptein se nie.
Saam of een?
Nee, so saam.
Okay,
Vir my wall of